So let's go back to the game you just saw right here on ESPN. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman joining us right now. And when I first did this show back in 1996, let's stroll down memory lane for the two of you. Joe, I believe it was your first year calling the World Series on Fox, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. I believe we've got actual visuals of this sort of stuff. There you go. Look at you with Tim McCarver back in the day. Oh, there's Brentley.
Carver.
There you go. We got that.
Hey, let me tell you about the Yankees now.
And then, Troy, you were in year 8 of your National Football League career, fresh off your 3rd Super Bowl title with the Dallas Cowboys. There you are. There's proof that it actually did happen. Right there.
Yes, the Cowboys actually did play in a Super Bowl.
Wow. That's right, back in the day. So now that we're done with the intros, let's talk about the game that we just saw. What are your takeaways from what we just saw, guys?
The best thing, Rich, from what we know, everybody walked out of here healthy. And I think, you know, for these two teams, it's always hold your breath if Jayden Daniels is playing for Washington and Joe Burrow is playing for Cincinnati. And, I mean, right on down the line, the two starting offenses, the guys who were healthy played. And we got no injury reports from the sideline. Everybody seems like they walk out of here ready for practice this week.
Yeah, in addition to that, the game moved along pretty quickly. So we were happy up here as well. And
nice.
You know, Rich, I think that when you get into these type games preseason, obviously every coach approaches it a little bit differently as far as what they want to see, what players are going to play, what have you. Yes, they came out. They were able to evaluate guys. Most importantly, as Joe said, they came out healthy. The quarterbacks especially getting them some snaps. And I would imagine that both head coaches are happy with what they saw and the evaluations they got.
You can see Jamar Chase is going to join us shortly right here on SportsCenter. As for the fact that you have Terry McLaurin at home, not there, holding in, and then the Bengals hold-in actually traveled with the team with Trey Hendrickson. You guys chopped up the Micah Parsons situation at the end of the game. What do you make of this Bengals defense with Trey Hendrickson standing right there in the same way that, Troy, I think you were talking about how the Cowboys can't win without Micah. I mean, you got to figure they got to get Trey Hendrickson in soon rather than later, correct?
Yeah, I sure think that. I do believe that this defense will be improved. I think Al Golden and what he's been able to bring to this group will be a positive, but it's about rushing the passer, and it's about covering great receivers. And Trey Hendrickson has done that, you know, really better than anybody the last 2 years. So, you know, he's got to get on the field. I think Shamar Stewart has an opportunity, but when you don't have – that hurt them last year. They had Trey Hendrickson and really no one else, and did not have his production and then have no real consistency as we go into this season. I just don't know how this team can be good enough defensively. We saw what happened last year, that they can accomplish what they want to. And as we talked about, they've wasted some good years with Joe Burrow, especially last year when he played in an MVP-type season.
And, Rich, let me just say this. It feels like the McLaurin situation is narrowing to a close. And just like what we said about Trey Hendrickson, that's been proven in this preseason and during camp for the Commanders beyond their top two guys. Debo is there and Terry McLaurin, and then, you know, Noah Brown is hurt, and then they're looking for other guys to step up. Nobody really has. So while you're talking about a couple of guys that are signed, their leverage is that they are enormous pieces for teams that are built to win right now. One a little bit younger with at least the quarterback in Jayden Daniels, and the other one with Joe Burrow. I mean, the time is now. So to have these big pieces not there is a huge deal.
3 weeks till we see again opening night of the regular season on Monday Night Football. Caleb Williams and the Bears hosting J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. I can't wait for that. And personally, I love you guys. The fact that all three of us are doing this together on a night like this, it's pretty cool. So appreciate chatting with you guys.
Feel the same way, Rich. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy.
Feel like I should channel my inner Schwam. Burrow, Daniels, Trey Hendrickson, Watt. When is he going to get out there? Speaking of Debo Samuel, first snap of the game, Debo Samuel doing Debo Samuel things. End around, 19 yards for the former San Francisco 49er, now Washington Commander. Next play, it's time for Chris Rodriguez Jr., and he just goes out the gate. 40-yard scamper. Plus side of the field, 2 plays later from the Bengals 14. Jayden Daniels, hearts and throats. Jayden Daniels, sir, this is preseason. What are you doing? Oh, scoring a touchdown. Very good. Ties the game at 7-all. Jayden Daniels, my goodness gracious, just only knows one thing, and that's getting in the end zone, and that would be the end of his night, healthy and happy. Joe Burrow, 3rd and 12, deep in his own end. Joe looking to make a play. Joe, same question for you, sir. What are you doing? This is preseason. He got up. He's okay. Bengals forced to punt. Next, Commanders drive. Arizona rookie Ja'Cory Proxy Merritt. And he says, call me Bill. Literally, he says, call me Bill. He says that because he was without hair as a kid, like the character Little Bill, which means, I guess, call me Big Bill. I don't know. Jayden Daniels gets him the football. It's his first NFL touchdown, preseason or not. It's a keepsake. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Joe Burrow, good Lord. Get up, Joe. Ball's loose. Dietrich Wise called for the horse collar tackle. Joe Burrow gets a fresh set of downs and, thankfully, a new lease. Burrow looking for pay dirt on 1st and goal. Charlie Jones. Touchdown. Bengals tied at 14, and that would be the end of Burrow's night. Introducing Mitch Tinsley to 1 and all. What a grab from Jake Browning. And after a Sam Hartman interception off that beautiful back shoulder snag, back comes Browning, and Tinsley just does one better. What a grab in the back of the end zone. 73 yards and 2 scores. The Bengals take a 2-score lead and take this preseason Monday Night Football contest right here on ESPN by the final of 31-17. And joining us right now here on SportsCenter is none other than Ja'Marr Chase. Good to see you, Ja'Marr. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm doing just fine. So, what's your 2 cents, your mood right now that you're done with 2 preseason games and the season is right around the corner against the Cleveland Browns for you?
It feels good to get those plays in. It feels good to get a game live reps. Felt good today to go against the ones on the other team, so that was great progress for us. And just ready to get back to it, man.
And in terms of the offense right now, I know in the first preseason game, Joe was not pleased with a 9 of 10 performance and how terrific you guys have looked on the same page. What do you think this offense can do even better than what we've seen in previous years from you guys?
Yeah, man, there's always more room to grow every year. We get better and better and learn more of the game. And it's only going to take a matter of time, man. So we got the same unit, got the same guys, so we got the chemistry. The chemistry is there. It's time for us to make the play and, show y'all what we can do.
And then Tinsley, we saw he was introduced to much of the country tonight. Obviously, you know about him. What more can you tell us about this kid who came up with 2 sparklers this evening?
Yeah, man. Honestly, man, I love watching Mitch at practice. Love watching him in the game. What I love most about him, man, his releases. He's one person that's always going to get open against man, and he showed it tonight. And I can't wait to see him go against the ones and do this on the big stage.
What do you say to Bengals fans who are nervous about Trey Hendrickson right now, Ja'Marr?
Yeah, it's a lot of nervousness going on. It's a lot going on both sides. Don't really know much of what's going on, but all I can say is, man, I hope the best for Trey. I just hope the Cincinnati fans just stay with us and just, stay positive. That's all the thing we can do.
And what do you say to people who have the first overall pick in their fantasy draft this year, Ja'Marr Chase? What do you say to those people?
I'm sure they're going to say pick me, of course, but,
I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
That, so.
What's your message to them?
You asking me who I'm picking?
Yeah. No. Who should they pick
what's
first
my message
overall?
to them? I mean,
yeah, your message to them.
I mean, I would never not say pick myself first overall, but there's a lot of people out there. But of course, I'm always say me.
Okay. Well done, Jamar Chase. Thanks for the time. I appreciate you sticking around after that preseason game. After you only had a bit of a cup of coffee tonight, we'll chat down the line. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Hello, Mina Kimes.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm better now that you're here.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Right back at you. Watching the Bengals defense in that first quarter tonight, I thought to myself, Trey Hendrickson needs to be paid. I wonder what your 2 cents were going on in your head right now.
That's true.
About that.
He does need to be paid.
Right.
83 pressures last year. The next 3 Bengals edge rushers had fewer than that combined. But there's a saying in football, you got to stop the run to have some fun. And Trey Hendrickson doesn't solve those problems. He's not playing defensive tackle. He's not playing linebacker. And watching them get gashed by the Commanders in the first quarter throughout the game, really, it just looked like a lot of the same issues we saw last year fitting the run in that front 7. So, yes, they do need Trey Hendrickson. But unfortunately, it feels like they need so much more, including many points per game from Joe Burrow. I had to think that was going through his head as well.
Well, I mean, watching the offense for the Commanders, if you're using the same idea that watching them perform the way that they did with the running game, it strikes me as well that McLaurin is greatly needed there as well. I don't understand what goes on with teams. I understand there's negotiations and there's a different sense of where midnight is and when they're going to strike.
Yeah.
But the idea of sending Jayden Daniels into the second season without his BFF basically on offense just strikes me as odd right now.
Well, if they get to play the Bengals every week, it might not be something that they need. No, you're absolutely right. We got to first look at Deebo Samuel in this offense, which was really exciting, right, on the jet sweep for a nice gain. I think that he's going to be a big part of their screen game this year. Cliff Kingsbury loves to call screens, going to get lots of yards after the catch. But none of that works without Terry McLaurin to stretch the field. Last year, Jayden Daniels to McLaurin was a magical connection. On throws over 10 yards, he targeted McLaurin nearly 40% of the time. He's such an important part of this offense in terms of making defenses defend the entire field. And I do think they're going to get something done because they can't afford not to.
It's very dramatic music that we're playing for the hold-in right now in McLaurin. When it all comes down to it, though, the Commanders had a terrific season last year. And I guess the floor, if you will, is an NFC Championship game appearance in that regard. No pressure there. And with the Bengals, they just have to start fast. Don't go 0-2. Don't go 0-3. Go into Cleveland and erase all the, Browns have, the Bengals number conversation. And seeing the Burrow run offense so far in 2 preseason games, that's got to give you at least some sort of hope that if the defense does need some tightening up, that the offense can put the points up.
I think it's a big part of why Joe Burrow wanted to play in the preseason, even though Bengals fans were probably uncomfortable watching it. I did get a little bit concerned watching the Bengals offensive line struggle at times with pressure. Myles Garrett is going to pose a bigger challenge, but Burrow does such a good job mitigating that with quick game. You saw the touchdown from empty. The ball comes out so fast. So I think the Bengals offense is going to be fine. The defense is another story.
What is Jayden Daniels thinking? Good Lord.
Thinking I'm going to score.
But he got in. I mean, he was stealing the souls of the Bengals defense here while scaring the crap out of the fans. Daniels, after this play, left the game on his own volition. That was it for his night. Here he is after the game with Dan Quinn as well, new on SportsCenter.
Can you walk us through the touchdown and what you saw in that one?
I wanted to throw the corner route to C-Rod. It was man coverage, and I was late over the middle of Debo, and then after that, my instincts kind of just took over. I'm playing football. I'm out there. I know everybody puts a big emphasis on preseason, but at the end of the day, it's a game to me, whether it's preseason, regular season, or playoffs. So have the opportunity to score. Other people probably didn't like it, but, hey, it is what it is. I mean, I want to play more, but see y'all week 1 if I don't play next week, so we'll see.
You think those conversations haven't already been told? No, honestly, it is part of his game, and it is what makes him a special player. When the second play begins, there's just an unusual playmaking ability that takes place. Sometimes it's with his legs, other times it's with his arm, but it is part of who he is. But it is one of the things we've worked on to say, when do you take your shots and when do you go? There'll be more of that, at times. Sometimes I'll say less of that, but, for the most part today, I was pleased with the preparation heading into the game.
So, as for the Bengals side of things, Joe Burrow played into the second quarter of tonight's contest. He was 9 of 14, 62 yards and a score. He was sacked once. He also got horse-collared sacked as well, but he left healthy and seemingly also, like Jayden Daniels, ready for week one. Here's Burrow now, new on SportsCenter.
Yeah, some good, some bad. Some plays I'd like back, obviously. Mistakes that we can't make in the regular season that we made tonight, but that's why it's the preseason.
Take that sack on the second series, so it's kind of where is that going to be it for the night? Were you adamant, hey, I want one more?
Yeah, the plan was around 3, so it was good to get another one.
Based off what you've seen at practice, obviously there's only been two games, small sample size of what we've been able to see from the starting offense in the preseason games, but do you feel comfortable about your pocket and your protection so far, especially internally?
I do, yeah, I do. We'll make work with whatever we got, but I think it's been pretty good. And we didn't go up against the ones last week, but today we did, and I felt pretty comfortable back there.